Welcome to Film Study, an All-American Universe podcast with Lexi. I'm Lexi. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all of those things. But here's me and Joretta talking about episode 512, Lost One. Here's our predictions for what's coming next, and we preview this episode. Again, we had these thoughts pretty quickly after we watched the episode, so hope you enjoy them. I think this is a good
Okay.
place to switch to predictions. I'm going to say this and then I'm going to read the synopsis, or you know what? The synopsis is so short. Let me just do it. Lost One premieres next Monday, and then after this, we go on a break. Pulling together when an unexpected event rocks both the Beverly Hills and Crenshaw communities, they come together to support each other in an unexpected way. Michael Schultz directed the episode, written by Jamil Turner. Um, Once again, they let Asher have this sentimental moment. They let Grace have this sentimental moment. Obviously, they gave the maximum emotional weight to Spencer because he was upset at Billy right before he died, declined the call, right, and ended up listening to the voicemail. Um, on one hand, I get it. On one hand, I get it because they want the death to be sudden
Mhm.
for the Bakers. And I'm glad that like Jordan got to tell his dad that he was okay with it. You know, that's not going to follow him. But
He gonna be traumatized more than anybody because he saw it happen.
I don't know. I don't know what to say about this episode. I really don't. I really don't. I'm curious, and maybe that's where I'm going with this. I'm curious to see how the ripple effects to his family is going to be. That's what I'm
Okay.
most curious for. We already know that Spencer's going to be upset. He's going to feel guilty. Um, and you know, now might be a good time to bring back Dr. Spears for Spencer.
Definitely.
But for Jordan and Laura and Liv, how are they going to deal with this? How are they going to respond? And we see Laura saying, like, I shared him with the world. And I guess my thing is, I hope the writers, and I don't often like directly like be like, I hope they do this. I mean, I say like I hope for storylines and stuff, but I truly, truly hope the writers let the family feel their feelings.
Yeah, what I can see happening is I think that she'll feel out that in the beginning, but then at the end she'll be like, "Well, this ain't right," and she gonna want
But
everybody to
I don't
come
want.
because
I
that's the type
don't.
of woman she is.
I know it's the type of woman she is,
Like
but
it's
I
just who
don't
she
think it's gonna.
is.
I don't think it should happen that fast.
You don't think so? She's so gracious though.
No, no, no. I agree that she's gracious, but what I'm saying is I want to that point because they didn't get the emotional weight in this episode. I don't want them to drag it. Let me be clear. I don't want them to drag their reaction. I want the family to get enough time to live within their grief without having to be like, and yes, we owe ourselves to Crenshaw too. I'm gonna put on the cape for Billy now. Like I don't want it. I know it's gonna happen, but I'm just like, please, please. But that's what it's gonna happen. I'm just setting myself up here. You're probably right. Laura's just gonna be like, oh, nobody can come to the funeral, and then not nobody, but you know what I mean. What did you say? Like close family, close friends, stuff like that. And she's probably gonna open it up to the community or something. But I don't know. I just feel like if they were being just a tad more realistic, it would take a longer than an episode to get over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know how Jordan's gonna respond, man. It's
How do you think it's gonna affect him and Joretta? And if so, do you think it'd be positive where he'll be drawn more to her, or negative where he'll want to be more reserved into himself?
honestly, I'm like 50-50 top. I'm lying. I'm like 60-40 on that. I think 60 draws them closer together because she lost a parent young.
Okay.
Um, but 40% is, they've been making such a point to say that this is the new mature Jordan. Um, and this is just something that rocks you. Like you can't, and again, everybody grieves in a different way. So
Yeah.
if they're, I think either way, either whatever they do, that would be a realistic story to tell because you just can't predict how people are gonna react. And again, like Jordan saw this, witnessed this take place.
You know what's weird? Two men that Simone was connected to in some way, fathers died.
Not you saying it's Simone Voodoo.
Like it's just so strange. I was sitting here
It's,
thinking like I hope Simone at least sent some flowers, but I'm like, well damn, she just did this with with Damon.
why did my friend said it was too early, but I was just like, oh no, now we finna get a text from Simone and homecoming. Simone's gonna be like, wow, Jordan's dad died. I had to send him a text. It's like, yo, oh my gosh, my goodness. So, what do you think as a writer? I as a writer, do you think it's gonna bring them closer together, or if is he gonna be withdrawn? I could also see them doing both.
I honestly think yeah, I was about to say I think it could go either way or be both because it's such a fine line, and like you said, people grieve differently. So plus knowing that his dad liked her, loved her, so maybe he would want to be closer, but maybe he'll also need some time. Or maybe he'll need some time. Plus, this might also trigger something for her with her mom, so maybe she might need some time. Or it might bring them both together. Like, it could really go either way.
It really could go either way, and probably will go both ways at some point in
Yeah.
time. Um, Olivia, Olivia, how do you think this is going to affect her?
I think that she's going to be the one that's going to draw away. Spencer might want to draw near her now. I think this is going to be confirmation like, life is short. I want to be with you. But now she's going to be the one like, nah, B, I need my time.
Which is good for her. We agree that Spencer was acting like a little bit of a baby
Yeah.
in this episode. And that's to say nothing about his relationship with Billy because that was so deep. But it seeing how hesitant he was to have that conversation. And I mean, there's been BTS. Like Alicia is still there about episode 16 or so or whatever. So I do think you're right. She's gonna draw away. But yeah, I wouldn't want them to get back together in the middle of this.
Because then you'll be like, is it trauma bonding or do they generally love each other and want to be each other right now?
Not even
Because
trauma
he
bond,
lost
but it's
his
just
dad
also
too.
like
Like, apparently, All American kills parents.
I wasn't even thinking about trauma bonding. I was thinking about just like guilt. Like, and I just don't
Yeah, he's
want
definitely
that,
gonna feel
right?
some.
Because he's gonna feel so guilty. Um, and yeah, I don't think that's fair to either of them. Again, in the midst of their grief. Um, so that's that on a. I definitely think she's gonna withdraw. I definitely think they haven't talked about her sobriety in a while,
Oh,
so
you
it might
think
come
it'll
back
make her
up.
relapse?
I don't think they're gonna have her relapse again.
Okay.
But I mean, let me say this: I hope they don't have her relapse
Maybe they'll
again.
have her considering it, but she'll
I
like
think,
pour the
yeah,
bottle out or something.
exactly. Um, so yeah, but I do think it's gonna might be tested a little bit. It's because just they haven't talked about it in a while. Um,
Her sponsor need to come back too, since if the therapist come back.
yeah, we've covered all the most of the kids. We'll say Laura. How do you think Laura's gonna respond?
I don't know. Like, I think she'll be devastated, obviously. But when it comes to next steps, once she's healing and stuff, I truly don't know.
I think
Will
now would
she
be a good
dive into
time.
her work more? Or will she just be depressed?
Look, I'm just scared they're gonna have everybody put on this cape for Crenshaw, which maybe that's the lesson of the story. Maybe I just need to accept it and fully embrace it. Is that everybody's gonna put on the cape for Crenshaw, right? Because now she has a law firm that's in Crenshaw. She lives there. Not her living in the house. Ugh, that's just too much.
I would have been like, y'all got to come here. I'm going back to my Beverly Hills mansion. Y'all
Yeah,
can
that's
have
what
this
I'm
house.
saying. Like, I want them to like let Laura rest, but I don't think they will. And I like that bothers me.
And then his daddy,
Because
wherever his
she's been.
daddy at.
That's what I'm saying. And now I'm like, they might bring GW back in. I'm just like, I just need Laura to have a break. Like, I just need Laura to have a break. She's been doing so much for so long, and now on top of that, she lost her husband. Like, I don't.
Like, I know she tired.
I know she is, and so yeah, I need them to actually let her rest. At least for an episode. It should be longer, but let her rest at least for an episode. Um and then the rest of just Beverly Hills and Crenshaw, they're gonna be sad.
You know what? I hope Grace feels compelled to go home. I
Stay
want to
in
go be with my
Oakland.
husband. Go, girl. Go. Run. Go back to Oakland.
But yeah, I think Grace needs to go back to Oakland. She should have been there in this episode. That's all I'll say on that. That's all I'll say on that. I really don't. Yeah, let me shut up. There's been a lot of let me shut ups in this particular episode. But yeah, that's the thing. Asher, we saw Asher. I think he has to he has to think about being a dad. I'm surprised they didn't have JJ in this episode at least to give him a goodbye.
Oh, yeah. Now I want to see how he reacts. That would have been cool. Maybe
They said
he would come
Spencer
to the
and Grace.
funeral.
We're only bringing Grace. Grace could come all the way from Oakland, but JJ can't get a goodbye either.
That's messed up.
I just like why, bruh.
They just kind of said that was his original team, and they kind of said "screw you" to the original team.
But that's what. Don't look again. I'm not gonna get on a rant, but I just know that I'm just not very pleased about how this all went down. But yeah, I think Tay has done an incredible job with this role. I cannot say that
really
he was my favorite character. He was far from my favorite character, at least. But I do think that he had made some steps, took some steps in this season and at the end of last season. And at least I'll say this: he left on a good note with Olivia and Jordan and Laura. So
Yeah.
there's that. There's that. I wish they had said a proper goodbye to him, but whatever. Yeah, but those were any last thoughts on this?
No, they devastated me. It's Black History Month, the day before Valentine's Day, and I'm devastated.
Well, they're sick for that. The writers are sick.
Just nightmares. Oh my goodness.
Just, wow. They really were just like, this is gonna be a good one too. But yeah. All right, those are our thoughts. I feel so like lethargic after this. Like that took a lot out of me.
Like I'm literally exhausted. I'm laying down after this.
Truly.
I get too wrapped up in these characters sometimes.
R.I.P. Billy. Stay tuned for the next
Yes.
episode.